only pronouncing the
Yeah.
part. I wasn't sure if I was going to say it or
Whoa.
not.
Bleep that.
Yeah, that's.
I know something's happening in me
Yo,
today.
come
right?
on. Yo. I put children friendly in YouTube whenever
Wait,
I'm.
really?
All right, what's going on, fam? Welcome to Eat My Assets, and I'm joined here by your second favorite person, Rons.
Hi. I guess I'm second.
And then we also have a special guest over here. He comes.
Ooh,
Came.
dirty.
Yikes.
Do not come.
I'm going to come.
Coming all the way here from Virginia, we got Mr. V. Mr. V, thank you so much for joining the show.
Thank you for having me. Happy to be here.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know Eat My Assets and what we're about, we're really just trying to show you how other New Yorkers are managing their finances today. So always have to say this isn't financial advice from us. However, you might hear some interesting things that Mr. V is doing that you might like. Same with Rons. Rons has been doing some cool shit lately, so maybe she'll have something fun to say there. But maybe to start things off, Mr. V, if you could just let us know what your title is and how much you make per year.
Absolutely. My title is Analyst, and I make $82,500 a year.
Okay, so analyst, right?
Yeah.
I hear that.
Analyst. Got it.
That's like the most generic role name. What does an analyst do?
Absolutely. So I'm actually a middle office operations analyst for a hedge fund. And so, yeah.
I know,
kind
I
of a
missed that
mouthful.
part right at the end, too. For a hedge fund.
Yes.
That's
yeah.
What's the
So
full title again?
cool.
Sorry, I cut you off.
Operations analyst for a hedge fund. And like my day-to-day basis is like cash reconciliation and everything post a trade. So I specifically work in credit. So we work with what are called syndicated loans. And syndicated loans are basically, let's say company A wants to get like $1 billion, right? Mm-hmm. Big global company. They'll go to a major bank out here in New York, let's say Citi, JP Morgan, whatever it may be. And then that one bank will break it into smaller pieces and basically sell it to hedge funds and other businesses that want to buy it.
Gotcha. Damn,
Yeah.
that's so interesting. Did you know how that even worked coming into the job, or is that all something that you learned?
So I knew like the basics about loans and credit just from school and everything else that I had worked on, but I hadn't specifically until I joined the hedge fund. I learned that all while I was there.
Yeah. Did you study finance in school? What did you study in school?
I did. I studied finance. Well, it was business, finance with a concentration in investment management.
Got you. And for that specific job that you're doing today, what is there any bonuses like other?
There absolutely is. Our bonus is anywhere from 15 to 50% of our salary.
15 to 50?
15 to 50.
15 to 50.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
How do you get to the 50 range? What happened?
That's a great question. I don't know. My first bonus was only like 6 months worth of work, so I don't have a good idea. But that was 15% of my salary. So
Can only go up, I feel
exactly.
like, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I heard from a few other employees that they had close to 50%. So I'm just optimistic that maybe my hard work will get me there. But who knows?
Yeah,
I don't know.
What was that contract like? Were you like, when you were reading the contract, did you understand what was going on with the bonuses and whatnot, or not really?
Not really a clue. So I worked with a headhunter, basically, to get the job. And he did all the contract negotiation for me. And he was like, your first year's bonus will be about 15% of your salary. And I was like,
Okay,
That's cool.
I'll take it.
yeah, I'd
Sounds
never had a
good.
bonus
Alright,
before.
sure.
So I was just like, oh, hell yeah, I'll take
Yeah,
extra
like,
money.
Cool.
Yeah.
Bonus? Awesome.
But so we'll see. It's kind of like a gray area for me, so I really don't know.
This might
We'll
be.
check in a year. Ask him.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
Oh,
that.
absolutely.
Right, we'll have it updated in this video. This might be a weird question, but do you know how much the other analysts are making? Like, are you all transparent about that in the hedge fund, or not really?
It's pretty secretive, honestly. But I've been drunk with a few of them and asked. But
Of course.
So you're the kind of person you're not afraid of.
no, not at all.
Yeah.
No,
I
I
love
like
that.
I
Insane.
like to make sure I know my worth and that
Yeah.
I'm at least staying competitive.
Were they
So-
more or less?
Well, they had 2 more years of experience, so
Gotcha.
they were more.
So you kind of
That's
see where you're going to, and like you're good
Absolutely,
with it.
something to target,
Yeah.
or hopefully be more. We'll see.
Yeah. Be more. Always be more.
Do you have other people in your role, Rons, too, or?
Yeah, but we're all different experience too. Like I started right after college, but there are people in my role that got this job like 4 or 5 years after another job. So
Yeah.
they might make more than I do because I'm very, very, very entry.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm interested about next
They don't
time.
talk about
this is for
it.
another show, but next time we bring in someone else, like asking about, because
Yeah,
that's actually a
it's
good question. I know
question.
we haven't asked anyone like,
Years of experience.
or
Yeah.
have you talked to anyone else that like knows the salary? How many years of experience do you have, by the way? You're saying
2 years.
2 years.
So fairly straight out of college.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
No,
So with the 2 years of experience, 80. Let's pretend that $82,500 is like, let's take the bonus aside for now. How much are you making? How much is that like post tax you typically making?
So that's a great question because I'm maxing my 401k. So about $854 a pay period goes to my 401k.
Are they matching, or are you putting in?
They at the end of the year do what's known as profit sharing, which is like 5% of my salary straight to my 401k, which is kind of nice.
Damn.
Yeah. So they're not matching right away, but I will get like a huge lump sum into it at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So $854 goes to my 401k because I'm big on taking advantage of the government and the benefits that they provide you. And so that's twice a month that I have that deducted, but I'm paid bi-monthly, twice a month, and it's like $1,754, something along those lines.
Gotcha.
Post-tax, everything else deducted.
So that's the bi-weekly paycheck.
Twice a month.
Okay.
Could be every 2 weeks, depends on the month, right?
Yeah. And the 401k, real quick, just so I understand that, if you're like contributing like 854, is that per paycheck? Or
Per paycheck,
month?
yeah. So it's about $1,600 a month that I put towards my
Gotcha.
401k.
So that's like is the total 19,500 around there?
As of last year, they increased it 20,500.
Oh, did they?
Mhm.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Wow, look at that.
Big
We
if you're
gotta
trying to
update
max it. Oh yeah, I'm huge on personal finances.
And so for the rest of the fans, what does that mean then when your company is going to add 5% on top of that? How does that work?
So 401k, for people that don't know, is basically like a tax shielded like investment vehicle. If you make less than, I think the annual income for a single household is like $125,000 a year. And you basically have a portfolio that you can withdraw from when you're 59 and a half, and you get like tax advantages associated to it. You can buy, sell, trade assets in that 401k and not get taxed on it, which is pretty nice. Taxes are killer.
Yeah, which is nice because like that money before you get the paycheck, it's going right into the 401k first. So because you're gonna pay taxes, that's gonna get cut off anyways. But appreciate that. Like moving on to some of the expense stuff. So what Mr. V actually did earlier is he sent us over a list of his expenses. And Ron's and I were able to take a little bit look. Honestly, Ron's more than me.
I did all of it today, you guys. So just letting you know. Mike was trying on some clothes for his upcoming trip, and I was calculating everything.
Yeah, I'm going to a wedding, which is a fun fact. Ties are $89.
Is it nice silk tie?
It was not silk. I was trying to find a tie to match my girlfriend, and
He found one.
yeah.
It's nice.
I had to go to Suit Supply. Every other store only has like 2 colors, so yeah, $89 for
Mike
ties.
also found
Inflation.
out he has a ton of suits in his closet that he's never worn yet. So.
I do have a lot of suits. I
It's all
do.
about having the right outfit.
Little fun hack here. Zara used to have these like $90 blazers, and I would always I bought like 10 different blazers from Zara, and I'd always wear just like a white t-shirt underneath.
Jeans and sneaks. Such a good
Yeah,
outfit.
Jeans, sneaks,
We
white
have to
tee.
bring it back.
Can't go wrong. Maybe he'll wear it for an episode.
Yeah.
Next episode. You gotta wear it with us so we all go out. It's good. Me and Ron's were talking about it. We gotta get everyone.
We're getting everyone.
I got a blazer and a white t-shirt.
Oh,
I think I could pull it off.
white kicks. Should we all? white
Yes.
kicks?
Oh,
Yo,
I
Ron's
cannot
like that
wait.
Well, how much is the total of that outfit? That's probably like a $200 outfit. Because the
Yeah.
shoes could maybe
Yeah.
like 50, jeans like 30.
We like affordable outfits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can reuse it.
I'm down for this.
Yeah, I'm a big
I'll take
fan.
all the photos.
Halloween weekend, I'll wear the same outfit out.
Yeah, there's
Perfect.
finance bros.
Hey, no, I'm just kidding.
Well, I guess you just do your day job. But with expenses, how much are you paying per rent and rent per month?
So currently I'm paying like $16.58 or something like that, along those lines.
That's pretty good.
It's a 3-bed, 2-bath, and I have the smallest room, so I pay the least amount in rent.
2-bath in New York City for $16.50.
Well,
Nice.
the entire rent is
flagrant.
$52.50, and my portion's 1658.
Oh,
so yeah,
gotcha.
not. That would be super nice to have a 3-bed 2-bath for 1658, but that's never the case in New York.
If I'm looking at the quadrant of New York, you don't have to say specific area. Is it this quadrant? Is it that quadrant? Tell me if I'm hot or cold here. Of area where you live.
Oh, south.
Oh, it's south.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I know where
this
you're
quadrant.
at. Yeah.
If these were the quadrants, this quadrant.
yeah.
I know where you're at. There's actually some affordable places around there.
Yeah,
and nice places.
It's a great place to get some space for affordability. Well, obviously, we say affordability, but you know, paying for a shoebox that's on $1,700 a month is, New York for you.
It's whether you got a boot box or like a sneaker box. The boot box is going to be bigger and it costs more money.
I've never actually seen a boot box, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I have not a clue.
Like knee-high boots? Oh, I guess you wouldn't wear knee-high boots, huh? I'm all alone over here.
No, this is my new perspective. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I think someone else can relate to that analogy that you just said there.
Exactly.
How does that work for utilities? Is that because you mentioned you pay a little bit less? So are you splitting it straight up? Or are you paying?
We split it straight up.
You split it straight
No
up.
issues with it. Yeah.
How much you typically pay in utilities?
Last month, I think was like $87, which was a little high. I don't know. Energy prices are high, so.
That sounds pretty good, but now I'm thinking about it for the total apartment. That's pretty high, like $250-ish.
It was very high.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you're the kind of person that likes to leave the AC.
I
on.
will leave the AC on because it's just miserable coming back. And then for some reason, I think if I don't keep the AC on, more bugs come into my apartment. And like, I don't know. This is just.
I'm not a bug expert, but I don't know. That sounds. You could be
fair.
saving $70 per month.
We have a unit in each one of our rooms, so everyone likes their own little temperature.
Oh wait, so you could adjust the temperature in your own rooms?
Yeah.
But then you all split it. What if like
Never
one
heard
guy keeps his off the whole? That's really kind and.
I don't know.
I wouldn't be like that.
It's really kind.
We're not too stressed about it.
I feel that. You mentioned though the rent's increasing even with the economy right now, or where it's heading. I should say.
Rent's always increasing in New York. Yeah, they increased our rent $400, so our rent's gonna be $56.50 starting November 1st.
That's pretty sizable.
Yeah.
But not bigger than what I've heard from some of that places.
I've heard some like $1,200 rent increases with the current market in New York City,
Yeah.
which is bananas. So we're gonna split it. I think we're gonna split it evenly. So my rent will go up like $133 or something like that.
We talked about rent, utilities, and like, are you paying for any subscriptions right now, or
I don't pay for any subscriptions.
zero subscriptions?
I mooch off my brother.
Okay.
Perfect.
So you got
Good.
Spotify or Apple Music and all that.
Spotify, HBO, the gambit. Yeah, I got everything.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
fair. It's like give or take there.
Yeah.
What about gym membership? You got a gym membership or no?
I don't have a gym membership. I have 2 gyms in my building, so I use the gyms in my building.
Oh, that's. I want that.
Life hack.
Life hack.
So it's very nice.
That's a great. That's a cheap building for all that.
Yeah.
For those amenities.
After this, I'll ask you where exactly you live because I need to find a new apartment next in a couple months.
So, Ron's wrapping up the totals. We got how much is he making per month, and then these expenses that we
Yeah.
just talked about. How much is he left with?
So per month, post tax is $1,754.
And then, so that's around 3,500 per month
Per month.
post tax. And then with
Oh,
rent,
wait.
how much you're paying? With the new increase, let's talk about that one. How much is that going to be?
Probably up about 100. Let's say $100 because I have a smallest room and I think we'll probably prorate it a little bit. But
Manifestation right here.
yeah.
So
We'll work on that.
So with the
1750.
rent increase, 1,758.
It's about
per month.
50% of my post
Yeah,
tax. But
damn.
Yeah.
I get a raise in December, so
Okay.
should make up for it.
Help it
Yeah.
out a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. With that, taking into account your finances now, how do you allocate? It just sounds like you have the second paycheck as spending money. What do you do with that? How do you allocate that?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's kind of like fun money, right? So I contribute my max to the 401k, so I feel like I'm making my investments monthly. And then a large majority of that is just for enjoying New York City, right? Food on weekends, socializing with friends, trips, and then like any money that's left over. I think I usually only spend about $1,000 a month. I'll just like stash away, and then at the end of the year, I'll max out my Roth IRA, $5,000. So.
Damn. And how much did he spend this month, Ron? I think he's close.
Yeah,
right?
$1,105.99.
Does that sound about right?
That sounds about right. And in the month that I sent you guys, actually a little higher because my brother's wedding was that month.
Oh
So,
my God.
Yeah, so I think there was like $300 that was like wedding spending.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
That
like-
also included a week when I was at home,
That's
so
like
there were
a
no expenses that
dream
week.
expense for 1 month, $1,000 only.
I know you're spending way less than some of like the other guests that come on. Even myself, like you're spending way
too.
less per month. How?
I think a large chunk of that is because I don't pay for food except on weekends.
Talk
What?
me through it. What do you mean you don't pay for food?
Yeah, so I don't buy any groceries. So work provides us breakfast.
We're
You saw
gonna
that,
ask.
didn't
I
you?
was literally like, Mike, I saw no groceries on here, by the way.
Yeah.
It's
So
also a stipend.
work provides us breakfast. It's oatmeal, which is my favorite breakfast. So I just like make oatmeal every morning in the office.
Do you like oatmeal, or you like it
No.
because it's-
I actually love oatmeal, even from a
Just 'cause
kid. It
it's
was my
free,
favorite
yeah.
breakfast, but it tastes even better because it's free.
Yeah.
Now, work also provides us lunch. So work buys us lunch. We get an $18 Seamless or Uber Eats, whatever food delivery service you have. No
That's
free
a pretty
promotions.
sizable.
So you
stipend.
get kava?
No.
Oh no, that's just separate.
That's
Oh.
my Sunday night
Sorry.
dinner.
the Sunday night ritual.
I was like, that makes
That's
sense.
super personal. Hey, we can't talk about that. I can tell by the way you're like, I didn't want
Sorry.
that to be done.
No, I don't care. That's my Sunday night
we'll
dinner.
beep it out.
I feel clean, so it's like healthy dinner on Sunday after 2 nights of drinking. So like
Perfect.
purges me out. I'm
She
like,
doesn't
good.
eat at all, so I guess that's saving money as well.
Yeah,
on
he found
Sundays.
out this Sunday. I can't eat on Sunday. I get nauseous.
Too hungover.
No, I'm not even hungover. I will get hungover if I consume anything.
But $18 a day and free breakfast, that's a ton of money already.
Yeah.
Is dinner comp too?
If you stay past 8 o'clock, you get dinner comp, and you get $35 for dinner to spend.
35?
Yeah,
You get a steak?
you could
You get a lot of that.
from the right place. But most nights, I'm not staying past 8 o'clock. I'm usually leaving the office around 7. So I'll go home, I'll go to the gym, and then I usually make like a protein shake from powder, and that's like my dinner typically.
Oh, protein shakes are dinner?
Yeah.
Did we see a protein shake in his expenses?
No,
You
I have a
big
big
bag?
tub. I like quantityed it out and bought it like 3 months ago. It's still rolling. It's like, because I bought like the biggest possible quantity size. That was
Yeah.
like, I guess that was like $70, but it'll last me 3 months. So
Do you drink milk? Do you just straight water? You're
so I
straight protein water.
used to, but I actually do almond milk now.
Almond milk,
Almond milk.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like fresh almond milk? Are you talking?
Do you
I don't
them?
squeeze it myself. I'm sure there's some people in Brooklyn that like to squeeze their own almond milk, but no, I buy the pre-made
You can just
stuff.
get a
Water.
cheesecloth.
That's
and
too
you
much
soak
work.
the almonds in water, blend it up, and then cheesecloth and squeeze
I
it.
heard it
out.
was really good that way, but I don't know how. Like, you need some preservatives.
I'll
I feel
bring
like,
some
in that.
over next week.
Oh, do you make it fresh?
You do that,
I've done it once. It just takes a really long time.
and that's why I buy it.
If
from
I
the
get
company.
Uber Eats, I'm not going to make my own almond
Yeah.
milk.
How much does that cost you to make the almond milk?
Oh, let's see. Oh, what do you mean?
When you made the almond milk,
Oh,
how much did it
I
cost
had to buy
you?
a cheesecloth, which was like, I don't know, like $5. And then I just bought almonds. I made this much.
And how much? How much
This
for the
many
almonds? I feel like the
almonds.
almonds are more expensive than almond milk.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
well, almonds from Trader Joe's, how much is that? I don't know. I haven't done groceries in a bit.
At least more than like $3. How much you pay for almond milk? $3.
I think it's like maybe $4 for a
Yeah.
gallon.
I
You
feel
know
like
what?
that's
You're
way cheaper
right.
Than making
Oh,
almond
I don't know
milk.
what. It's better for the environment to make your own. You know what? I don't. That's probably not right. Like, I don't know why. It just makes sense to me that it would be better for.
I
the
read a book
environment.
that will shock you that it's actually not.
Is
That almond milk is not better for the
no
environment.
almond milk isn't better for the.
Oh, no, yeah,
environment
I've also heard that
at
isn't
all.
better.
Too much
Yeah.
water is being used, but like making your own almond milk, is that better for the environment than buying the ones?
Probably
Oh,
not.
Probably not.
It's the growing the almonds that like
Oh.
is
The
detrimental. to the
agricultural
environment.
waste.
Yeah.
So
that's where it's
basically,
coming from.
let's switch to another milk.
I mean, I drink
Just
almond
see.
milk for the calorie. Like, it's so much lower calories. But
Such an interesting conversation about this almond milk. But it probably does cost
I'm really
more
curious
less for
now.
him, is what I've said.
Yeah, you're right.
But the total expense is like so you're saving around $700 per month if we're hearing that correctly,
give or take, yeah.
give or take, and that's for the rough.
I can't believe you
It's
don't
really
spend
good.
any money on food. I'm so jealous.
We actually had some questions like looking through your expenses.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them are bars.
Yeah. Roz, if you want to go through some of the ones that we were looking at.
The interesting ones.
Yeah, some of the interesting ones here.
So we saw the black tux for $228.96.
Black tux.
Black tux.
Yeah, that was my tux rental for my brother's wedding.
Ah,
that
yes,
was,
you did.
That was the
mention.
surprise expense of the month.
What's the thought process there of renting a tux versus potentially like buying a cheap suit?
Oh, I was totally against it. I'd rather own something. Paying $230 for literally wearing it for like 10 hours is totally not worth it.
Yeah.
It was a little BS, but you do what your brother says when you're the best man. So, of
So you're not happy with that purchase, is what you said.
course not.
Just don't send this to his brother, and then he'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Nah, he knows it. I was like, this is corporate greed. Get
As a
out
dude,
of here.
how much do you think you spent on your brother for his wedding? Like even for the did you go bachelor party?
We did. We went to Austin for the bachelor party. I probably spent like $1,000 for the bachelor party.
Damn, that's way past your budget.
Hey, well, that's what that extra $700 rolls into some other months when there's some big
what
expenses
were you
like
doing
that.
over there for $1,000? Huh?
We were having fun. We were having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's typical bachelor party stuff, Mike.
You know the typical bachelor party stuff. Yeah.
Sweater leather. I said that wrong. I can't read it.
I'm
Threaded-
just curious what it
can't
is now.
read it.
Threaded leather.
Threaded
I got a custom made watch band for my brother's wedding as well. So I got like a black leather band made for one of my watches so that I could wear it at the wedding.
How does that work? Is that an Apple Watch? Is what you're talking about?
No, I had a Omega Seamaster that I got a.
You got to buy this one though, like keep it or rent it.
This one was for keeps.
Oh,
yeah,
sick.
not renting this one. So I got a custom leather band made for it.
How much? I didn't even ask this actually. How much do you keep in savings on savings versus investing? I actually forgot to ask that earlier. It's something we were curious about.
That's a great question. Well, I'm pretty active within the market, so I like to pay attention really closely. So right now, way too much cash because I don't like the markets. But typically, I like to leave about a $10,000 buffer in my savings account.
Yeah, that's ironically what I like to leave, and the rest invest as
Yep.
well. Is that for more of like what's your logic behind it though? Is that a rent thing? Is that just
It's not necessarily a rent thing for me. It's kind of like emergency fund, rainy day fund, right? Hospital visit, like all of a sudden I have to pay like a multi-$1,000 hospital bill if something happens. I guess lose my job, pay rent. I guess I could also
or like 6 months like rainy day kind of
Yeah.
fun?
pretty much.
Something happened, yeah. I'm the same mindset as that. So once it's like assuming that's already at the 10K, you just invest the rest. Like you're not putting money back into savings. You invest in
Absolutely,
the
that all
rest.
goes into just like an individual investment account.
Yeah, that makes
Yep.
a ton of sense.
Because I can't invest it into my Roth, can't invest it in my 401k. It just goes in. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. By the way, I know
Yeah.
it's like a little bit. We should start asking people. That's actually something
That's
that
a
we forget
really
to
good
ask people.
question.
Yeah, like how much? Because before people used to ask me like, from a given paycheck, how much you allocating for savings and investing, and they ask like, what's the right answer? And I'm like, honestly, there's not a right answer. It's really about like what.
Yeah, it's kind of preference, right? So, I mean, like the name of the game is to always save money from a paycheck, right? And 50% of my post-tax income is going to rent, right?
Yeah.
So that's like a huge chunk. Like a lot of people will say, like, you shouldn't spend more than 50% on your rent, but welcome to New York.
Yeah, me too.
And so then, like, I guess the additional money, I kind of like nice. All right, I get to actually throw some money into my savings account. You feel good about it, you know?
Yeah, if you have the luxury to save more, that's great.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right? And save more, invest more. Sometimes you don't. So that's why it really depends on person to person. But yeah, I think those are most of the interesting expenses that we saw. But Ron's did pick up on a trend that
I
she's
did.
really curious about.
Right when I saw your statement, I was like, oh my God, this guy rides the subway so much. 34 times, actually. And it
Nice.
came out to $93.05. And you only had 3 curb/taxis and 2 city bikes. So you were really, like, killing it compared to all of our other guests with this whole
I have
Uber
a lot of
situation.
questions. 34 trips for $100, by the way, is great.
Yeah.
So can you look up, doesn't MTA have a card? Have you ever looked at MTA's
the
monthly card?
I have. And I've done the math out associated to that.
Oh, let's hear it from you.
Because I only use the subway twice a day, 4 days a week, it's still just slightly cheaper than getting the monthly unlimited card.
How much is the monthly?
It's like 100.
It's
I think it's like
121.
120. Yeah, something
Gotcha.
along those lines.
Oh, yeah, that
So
sounds about right. Yeah.
So I'm just slightly under it. Like I don't use the subway enough to justify the
Yeah.
unlimited. So I just Apple Pay. I use my little Apple Pay, which is why you see that. To work, back from work, get my cash back on my card, and ride. So I'm
Oh,
getting
127.
there you go. Yeah.
127. That's impressive, honestly. The using the, I mean, I try to use the subway as much as possible when it gets really late at night.
Yeah. Hey.
And you go at a good amount. How many subway trips is it?
34, I counted.
Oh, sorry, not subway. How many taxi trips?
3. Two
Yeah.
curbs, 1 taxi.
Most of my nights out, subway, or I don't subway home. Late night, definitely don't subway home. I taxi home, or I take a bike home. Which are those?
Which are that makes so much sense. 3 taxis and 2 city bikes. That's all the weekends.
Couple Fridays, Saturdays,
Yeah.
and then maybe didn't go out one night, or I was close enough to home
Dude,
that I
you're
was able to
saving
walk
a
back.
ton of money on travel and expense.
Like, I wish
So
this was me.
What's the total? What's the total on travel we got? that
Total
you spent?
travel is $152.58.
Not bad.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
for a month. Not bad. That's really
Like,
good.
Yeah.
what?
How about food and expense? How much should we pay for food and expense?
$324.98.
Damn. Well,
That's
we talked about the
because, yeah.
stipend. That's a sizable stipend. I think when we talk to people, their biggest expense by far is the food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you are literally getting all that for free, which is like cutting down your costs.
A
Like,
couple weeks ago, we had someone that was 1,500 food and drinks in a month, and you
That's
are
bananas.
a third of that.
and they,
No,
they
fifth.
average that. They
That's
average
that's
that.
yeah. That's basically just that's my weekend expense on food and drinks. Then
Saw
yeah,
some liquor stores.
yeah. That too. Also,
Dude, you're gonna be killing it once you get that raise and then you get
Yeah.
the bonus in. Like you're saving
Optimistic.
really well, dude. Let's go.
Optimistic.
Yeah,
Snaps.
well, cheers for that. So we have a segment called Financial Fetish. You can really think about it as
I like it. I like it already.
yeah. We think of it as something that you do that's like a life hack that it's weird, but it's personal to you that helps you like save small amounts of money, in different places. I always f up explaining it.
I know,
honestly.
you've explained it differently every single
Because when
time.
you say the word, it's like
Instead of pleasure,
That was close.
saves you money.
that's pretty good. I'll
it's,
give you that.
it's definitely got to be groceries for dinner. Doing just like a protein shake after the gym every day is like super duper cheap.
That's
Like,
animalistic a little bit.
yeah. Well, I make sure I have $18 for lunch. I make sure to get like these 1,600 calorie lunches. So I just get a huge lunch, and then I'll just be like, I'm like still full from lunch by the time I'm home, and I'm just like, all right, this will hold me over till I can go get my free breakfast.
Don't you ever have to like piss mid sleeping though? If like I stopped drinking protein shakes late at night because of that. You don't have to ever wake up and you just have to piss or anything.
No, I guess I have a strong bladder. I guess.
I tried. There was this one thing I tried. It's called Huel. I think it rounded out to like $1 per scoop, and it's pretty much like a meal in a cup. I would say that was one of my lower days when I was drinking that. Like it was not a good
similar.
time for me. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
trying to be healthier. It just tasted really bad, and also just really made my stomach not feel great. So I'm like, am I really gonna penny pinch for $1 for a meal?
It's not
Is this
worth that.
That's
Yeah.
not your financial
Well-
fetish.
Yeah, because I was really big into like saving and investing. I'm like, all right, this is too much.
Yeah. on weekends I splurge though. I go out to restaurants
Yeah.
with friends.
Baby
and,
brasa.
yeah,
Saw that.
everything
Oh, I love
drinks.
Baby Brasa.
Yeah.
It's a good spot. Really, really interested to hear about where you want to go financially in the future and how you want to grow, like even position wise. I know you mentioned you're getting a promotion soon. I'd love to hear a little bit about that, but maybe talking more in like the 5-year horizon.
Yeah, absolutely. So, kind of a piece of being in the middle office is you could use it as a kind of like a stepping stone to a front office position within a fund. So, I'm hoping within 5 years that I can transition to a front office position. I'm thinking trader. I'm not really sure, but we'll see. So, hopefully within 5 years, I'm established in that part.
How much does a front office position make?
Oh, it depends. I guess if you're a trader, it kind of depends on your performance, but you can make upwards of 7 figures.
Seven figures?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Oh my god, I didn't even register that.
What
my
does it
God.
take to get to that position? Like, what are you gonna have to do to get to the front office?
A good network, being really smart and working hard.
And can you go through your specific company right now to get to that point, or are you gonna have to like actually shift over?
It's happened before, but it's very rare. So it's where like the hard work and making sure you put the time in for those kind of things is there. We'll see.
Yeah. What's the biggest gap for you, if you don't mind me asking, of like what the biggest gap you see between you now and you getting there to that potential 7 figs and being in the front office?
That's a great question. I don't know, kind of you stumped me there a little bit. I've thought about this so much, but like I really think there's just a little bit of luck to it and kind of timing. Like one of the last individuals that got it was just friends with the right person knew they were a really hard worker and was just like, all right, you're going to be my trader.
Yeah.
And that's kind of just how it happened. Now that guy makes over 7 figures and works like 40 hours a week.
It does sometimes. I've heard similar stories.
Oh,
Like
I want this to happen for you. That
Yeah,
sounds
I
awesome.
know. I'm optimistic, but we'll see.
you'll have way too much in your retirement after if you,
Oh, yeah.
if you get that job.
There might be some lifestyle creep if that happens. We'll see.
Which is not a bad thing. But Mr. V, really appreciate you hopping on the show. I'm sure Aranza does. Actually, I'm not sure if you
What?
do or not. Do you appreciate Mr. V coming on the show?
Duh.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure. It's a very vulnerable spot to be at. And for everyone else, like if you're ever interested in following us, hopping on the show, you can follow us at eatmyassets.com. Again, eatmyassets.com. This is for like the algorithms thinking I'm saying something different, which I'm not.
We got in TikTok jail.
Yeah, we've been jailed a couple times for
Uh-oh.
not pronunciating the it's part.
Only pronouncing the
Yeah.
part. I
Whoa.
wasn't sure if I was
Whoa,
going to
whoa,
say it or
whoa.
not.
Bleep that. Bleep that.
Yeah, that's.
I know something's happening in me
Yo,
today.
come
right?
on. Yo. I put children friendly in YouTube whenever
Wait,
I'm,
really?
I did it initially, but then I realized if you put children friendly, it actually only shows to 8-year-olds your
Oh,
content.
no.
And you made the last
Yeah,
like
definitely your target
thumbnail.
market there.
Your last thumbnail was BDSM. That's not children friendly.
Oh, was it? I like
Yeah.
that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
But for everyone else, we have our episodes. We're changing them to every Wednesday now. So you can tune in for Wednesdays. If you want to join the show, you're in New York City, hit us up in one of our socials. We'd love to have you on the show. And with that, Rods, why don't you take us out here and say goodbye to the fans?
Goodbye. I couldn't think of one to say.
All
today.
right, we'll take it.